I was like praying. I was like, I hope nothing goes wrong with the recording, because like I want to just go back to every detail and just like apply. Like I literally, I think I told you I took your notes. Like I literally documented everything in your program. Like it's in a notes form, and then like I put it into ChatGPT and I was like, give me like actionable steps, and like I have like an action step based off your information, and like I'm like just going through it one step at a time.
So
Like,
awesome.
yeah.
All right, let us know when we're good, Timmy.
All right. We are good to go, fellas.
All right.
To kind of focus on the camera, or just more so
You
conversation.
guys just have
Let's just talk.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, super authentic, raw,
Yeah.
transparent.
Gotcha.
Keep it real, but cool. All right, I'll do a quick intro and then we'll fucking get into it.
Cool.
But welcome back to the channel. My name is Jeremy. I'm here with Tyle, and dude, just want to say you've been absolutely crushing it, and I'm super pumped for this one to just kind of get a bit of a snapshot of your growth. So yeah, talk to me a little bit about like kind of who you are, what you do, and what you've been able to do just over the last few months.
Cool. Yeah, so my full name is Tyle Ibijamalusi, but I go by Tyle for short, like tire shoes. And I'm a cloud engineer. I teach people how to scale from, I teach software engineers how to scale to $500,000 a month, which is $500,000 a year, $25,000 a month. And yeah, just teach them everything they need to know from A to Z, how to job stack properly, ethically, legally, and really just to stop that cycle of being burnt out and working anywhere from 30 minutes to 3 hours a day, just choosing the right companies to work under. So yeah, that's pretty much what I do.
That's awesome, man. And so I love like the program too, because it's very like tangible. It's very clear like A to B transformation as well. So how much are you charging, and like how long have you been doing it for?
Yeah, so I'm charging $8,995 right now, and I've been doing this seriously since last February. So last February,
About a year,
yeah, literally a year.
Yeah.
And the last couple of months, just to answer your question, you said before, but life changing in terms of like, applying the information you have in a business. Like it's absolutely insane in terms of what's possible. Like not only like making an amazing amount of money, and don't get me wrong, that's fun, but it's really just like seeing that impact that you have on like, the clients that you have, like just step by step, like what you teach is just like, it's a win-win. The business is getting paid, the clients are getting paid, and it's just a structured system on like, that they can follow, and it's just super simple and clear. And that's just really just applying the information in the program, like your program. So
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
So talk to me a little bit, about that transformation. Like, where were you at when we first started working together, and then, how's the last month or so, man?
Yo, so I was looking at my Stripe account a week ago, and like, I literally was like, I went to the DMs of like, the appointment setter. Like I was like, okay, when did I join the program? And it was around like August. And so like August, I was hitting like 2005, and I was stuck at like 2005. And that next month that I joined, July, it shot up to like 5,006. And like, I think I watched like just very beginning of like your program. It was like 7% gone through the whole program. And it was really just like putting an ad out there. And then I didn't even like do everything I was supposed to do, like outbound, inbound. And so before, I was just like, yo, I don't know how to get more leads. Like, what the heck? I have no idea what to do. Tried organic, like that didn't work. I didn't know what I was doing. And yeah, joined the program, started it a little bit, ran some ads, and went from 2,500 the next month, July, 5,000, I think 6 or 7. And then I was BSing for like the next 2 months because I was traveling, and it was just like a lot of different stuff.
Right, yeah.
And then when I locked in, was like November. Yeah, November. And that's when I hit my first 10K. It was 11K. I don't know the specific number, but it was 11K. And I was like, bro, what the hell? Like, this is insane. And then the next month I hit 13K, and that was in December. And then January I hit like 72K cash collected. and like rev was 195 and cash collected was like 72 cash. I was like, this is insane. And I'm like, I'm only implementing like 30-40% of like everything in your pro, really honestly like 30-32%, like so it's just like it's kind of crazy to see like, what's possible, like just providing value to the marketplace, and like your product actually is a good product that the marketplace needs.
Yeah.
And so yeah, it's life changing, like, it's insane. Like I retired my mom last year, not like from like my own thing, but
Yeah.
also like with this, it's just like I'm about to buy my mom a house this year, like paid off. Like I want to, we have a thing. Like I just got off the phone with her. I was like, yeah, um, what's your favorite color? She said like turquoise blue. I said, yeah, like after Miami, I'm about to just, from everything that I'm learning from this program, like I'm about to just fly to Cancun and just buy you a house. Well, I'm kidding, but like, but that is what I'm actually gonna do this year. Like I told myself I wanted to retire my mom. I did that, and this year I want to buy her a house, and like I want to retire my dad too. And so like, applying everything in this business, like at the information that you have, like it's almost impossible for someone like to do the work, and how can you fail? Like it's kind of insane. It's like I still
Wow,
can't believe it. Yeah,
dude,
it's crazy.
that's so incredible.
Yeah, man.
So, what happened between December and January from 11K to 72K?
Honestly,
Yeah.
so I got a message from Eduardo, and he was like, pretty much the message was like, yeah, moving forward, you'll be charging $500 a month. It was different pricing options,
Yeah.
and so at first I was like, damn. But then second, I was like, Jeremy's smart as hell. MRR, I love it. And I was like, he's learning from someone. Like, this is new information. And then like I was like, you know, it was literally the reason why I hit 72. Like my first 10K, then 13 to 72. Because it was like, I'm not gonna be paying for no reason. And like I was bullshitting because I had different priorities, but like I was like, no, like and I was talking to someone else today. I was like, that was actually a blessing, because like I would have still been bullshitting. I wouldn't be here. Like,
Yeah.
and like it's that was the reason. Honestly, was just that trigger, just because I'm giving some type of pain point. Okay, like if I'm putting my money here, now my attention is going to be here, and
Yeah.
now I'm going to do what I need to do to get the result. And so like that was actually a blessing. You implementing that.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's so cool.
yeah.
And yeah, I mean, even though it's like such a low amount too, it's still something
Yeah,
where it
yeah,
like stings a little bit.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
So
yeah,
that's cool, man. I love that. And yeah, so like when you really did lock in, like what was it that you weren't doing in December that you started to do that led to
um,
that? Like was it just like hammering like
the
ads, DMs, like
honestly, the specific thing I did, um, I just kind of like I went through your program and finished it. Just put that time commitment in, and then I went through like, um, I launched an ad before, but I turned it off. And I didn't listen to what you said, because you was like, don't turn off the ad. Like, that's your money making machine. But I turned it off because I just, fulfillment, I just I wanted to be in control. I want that to be done so I don't have to worry about it. So I can just focus on the front end of the business.
yeah.
And so I did hire a CSM. And then like, I was like, okay, let me just turn on the ads. The first month I did it. I mean, the second month I did it. It was like, it was okay. But then I was like, okay, let me ask ChatGPT, to make it undeniable that I'm targeting software engineers. What should I put into the interest on the like that part of the ad? And so I took what it said, took all the different interest things, characteristics, whatever, relaunched the ad, and then I did change the CTA. Viswa, he explained like, the analytics and put in the
Yeah.
CTA within 7 seconds of the ad, and like insane in terms of like I got a flood of followers. And like even though they're not all qualified, right? A decent amount are, but that is what got like from 5K to my first 11K, 10K month. And then the next thing I did was to get to that really 72, hired an appointment setter, and then pushed like, Klarna and Affirm,
Yeah.
people who literally want to join and they're willing to commit to the action to get the result, but they just don't have the financial resources. And so I just showed them a way, like, hey, I only would tell you this if you're serious, right? And they are. And so they were able to pay, get more cash collected in, they go through the program, get the result, life changed, right? And that was how, I got to that big transformation of 72K. And it's insane.
How's
It's
it feel?
I can't believe it. It's like the feeling of it is like, you know, it's unbelievable. And I say that because my belief system in terms of like seeing someone pay me 7K and then I raise the price to 8K paid in full and then raise the price to 9K paid in full. It's like, wow, like I know this is valuable. Like I'm teaching people how to make 25,000 a month, working anywhere from like 30 minutes to 3 hours a day
Yeah.
max.
Insane.
Like that's super valuable, 300K a year, right?
Yeah.
Barely working. And it's like having that belief that, okay, someone else sees my work. That is like what that does to me as an individual, like the confidence, like me not chasing, like not just in business, in life. And then also, because I was already making good money, honestly speaking, with tech, right? But now I'm making good money faster,
Yeah.
right? And it's like, but it's so the money really wasn't like the core driver. And that's not like, oh my gosh, it is like, oh my gosh, I'm making this amount of money, but it's really just like, oh my gosh, so many people. My whole goal is to like impact millions of lives. And because of you, you are literally the reason and vehicle that's able to take me there. And so that's like this shit is crazy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's how it feels, man. That's how it feels.
That's crazy. I appreciate you like breaking it all down too, because like what stands out to me is like you just followed the playbook. You
Yep.
followed the roadmap to a T. You launched ads, you got leads. That became a little too much, so you hired a setter and then exploded.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
that creates awesome problems on the back end, having too many clients to fulfill. And
Mm-hmm.
then we patch that.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's really cool. And like what you said there too, it's like it's so hard to fail if you just actually just show up and do the work and stuff like that, right? And
Yeah.
I think that's it's just like so cool for me to see that too.
I think I don't know if you remember the first time we met on like the call,
Yeah.
right? I had told you like I'm gonna
All right. I'll set that back up.
Yeah. Well,
like, and so
clip that. Whiteboard just fell.
so the first time we met, I had told you like, hey, like I'm gonna be like the best client success,
I
like the
remember
best
that.
testimonial,
Yeah.
and like I meant that, like, and I'm really honestly, I'm really feeling like I feel like in terms of how much energy that I've put into the program, it's probably like around 10 to 15. It's just like time has to go on and the energy has to like,
Yeah.
but it's crazy because your stuff works. Like 1 + 1 = 2. If you do this, you get this, right? It's just like showing, like you said, showing up, like actually desiring this for yourself. Like no doubt, like this doesn't work. It does, but it's just more so, do you work? Can you work the system? And even with like my program, that's literally that's why people don't get the results. It's like, you know, they just don't do the work. And so I think it's just it's just amazing to really, I don't have to tell you. I was, we had a conversation earlier. I said like, hey, like, how did you figure out this out? Like, and you were saying like, yeah, I just invested, and just learned a bunch of stuff and just kept on seeing what works. I had the similar experience. Like I've spent $85,000 since December 2021, and that's when I started my journey. And like IT, like that cloud engineer was my first like success, and that was in July 21st, 2023. And then like this was like the next big success.
Yeah.
And I've tried a good amount of stuff, and there's a lot of like bullshit out there. Excuse my French, but that's just reality. But like when you find, like, if you try like 15 programs or 10 programs, like, and you apply everything they do, it's like it's rare to find a program where you get the results like that quick, and it's just like, okay, this is like real true. Like 1 + 1 = 2, not 1 + 1 = 3, maybe 3.5. Like let's break it down to 1.9. No, like one
Yeah.
plus one equals two. And so like it's just like if you do this, if you show up, this is the results you get, and that's why I'm here.
And I'm so glad you are, man. So, right now we're at the Miami Mastermind. There's, I think, 26 of us here,
Yeah.
and we just spent all day, like 7, 8 hours, just workshopping, and it's just been so cool. How do you find like the in-person compares to online? Like, what's your experience like? I know we were 24 hours in, but yeah, what do you think?
Like just to like kind of bring full transparency, for anyone listening out there, you know, a, a part of what you were teaching today is in the program. Like, and I noticed that I was like, oh, like, okay, cool. He's just reinforcing it, but it's different being in person because it's like, it's more actionable having like the playbook, right? Go ahead and write this down. Go ahead and visualize. Go ahead and actually implement the stuff you're supposed to do. Knowledge is not power. You can go on YouTube and get information,
Yeah.
right? But people, I always say, you're not paying me for information. You're paying me for results, and you are literally like, that's what this is. Like, I was literally talking to my mom right before this, and I was like, after I told her about the house in Cancun,
Yeah.
I was like, this is like insane. This is like my first mastermind like ever.
Wow.
And like I said, honestly, even if someone, I wanted her to understand the value. And I said, realistically, Mom, even if someone paid like 200,000 a year, it still makes sense because it's like, what's the payoff? A lot more.
Yeah.
So like, in terms of the value that you had today, and like I'm not even trying to gas you up. Like this is just reality. Like I'm spending the next 6 to 12 months, like going back through my notes, going back through the videos, looking at the action steps, creating action steps if there's any to create, maybe that you didn't think about, and like literally just hammering in for the next 6 to 12 months to get to my goal. And so like 200K, you should be charging like a lot more.
Well, shit, Timmy.
I'm so serious. Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh, that's awesome, man. And yeah, we're only halfway through the workshops. But no, it's been a ton of fun.
yeah,
And you're so right there, too. And like, that's what I kind of said this morning. Like, when we first started, I'm like, hey, some of this stuff you've heard already, but there's going to be a lot of new stuff, too. The stuff that you've heard me say already, I'm saying it again because it's so important.
mm,
And like you said, it's like going through like course modules, it's easy to just kind of like zone out. You get in a bit of a trance, and then you just like kind of skip to the next one. You just want to check the boxes.
yeah, it's true.
But when I went to a mastermind all about speaking from stage and kind of hosting workshops back in December. And one of the things that really hit me from that was like, they said, your talks, like the talks that you give, it's not about you, it's about them.
Mm,
Meaning, it's not about me telling my story because I like to tell my story. It's about how can I tell my story in a way where I can make it relatable and applicable to them, and then give them some action steps to make it applicable and to really make it stick for them so they can go home and implement it right now.
that's crazy.
And now is such a huge like shift for me because it's like, yeah, every single person that's here right now, all 26 of us, we're here for a different reason. Each one of us is here to like get one thing out of it, but it's different from the next person. And so I have to like kind of teach in a way where it's like universal, but then also it's like, all right, now for you specifically, write this down, and
Yeah.
then write this down.
Yeah.
And just kind of giving people the space to implement it is really, really important. So
I love how you, number one, open the floor for questions and really just like, that was a whole session in itself. So
Yeah.
so much value. Like
Yeah.
like I wouldn't even have thought about like, okay, this person's talking about content, this person's talking about like sales, like whatever the topic is, there's just so much gems in there that like I didn't even think about to ask the question, and I'm like kind of taking notes too.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because after the session overall, when we're like eating dinner, I'm talking to people, I'm like, yo, what's your biggest takeaway? And everyone is different.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
and it's like, dang. And I'm learning from them too. Like, okay,
Yeah.
this was their takeaway, and like, oh snap, like they kind of like formulated their own thing specifically to their problem, and it's like, oh, I can like take that jump. And so I was like, yo, like it's so valuable, like being here. Like it's insane because it's like I can't get that side conversation in the video.
No.
So
Nor on
it's
Zoom.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's different. It's a
Yeah.
whole different experience. And the value, like I wasn't kidding when I said 200,000. Like
Yeah.
like even like that's yeah, so much more.
I love
Like
that.
not just hearing the information, but like if someone was to literally apply all of the gems, like step by step,
Yeah.
take that time, I can't even put a number on it.
Yeah.
It's insane.
And one of the things we did, wrapping up the ads section, is it was right before dinner. I said, you have to record an ad and show it to me in order to earn the right to grab a dinner plate. I'm losing my voice right now. Excuse me. I've been talking all day, but nonetheless, man, yeah, your growth has just been so cool to see, and like I know you're just getting started,
Yeah,
which is
yeah.
which is the coolest part too. And we're just kind of snapping this right now, but like talk to me about like, yeah, what is the vision? Like, what's next for you? I know you want to impact millions of lives,
Yeah.
and like keep scaling, but like, yeah, tell me a little bit about what's next.
So I like that you asked that question because like when you gave that exercise to like, you know, pretty much like envision what you want for the future, like that,
Yeah.
I was kind of thinking like, okay, what do I want? Like I was thinking like long term, like, me speaking on stage, me having different like facilities, third world countries, having like my school,
Yeah.
right? Nonprofits, like actually impacting millions. And like I brought it back to like right now, like the next steps, right? And so it's crazy because like I started thinking about like seeing like 100K, 200K, because that's my next milestone, like consistently, like no matter what, even if I don't work,
Yeah.
it's hitting 100, 200K cash collected. And so I was like, that didn't resonate. That wasn't emotional, right? Because like once you hit a certain number, it's just like money's not really like, it's just more so time.
Yeah.
And so the thing that I said what's next, and the thing that I'm going to like keep on envisioning day in and day out, it's like it was just like Tyle Lucy helped me make six figures. Tyle Lucy helped change my life. Tyle Lucy impacted my family. Tyle Lucy, like just that impact. Like that is what like literally even talking right now is making me emotional because it's like I know what it's like to be broke. I don't know what it's like to suffer and like don't eat for days, right? But like I know some people are in that situation that could benefit just from me sharing that information, right? And so the next step is really just to get a flood of testimonials, a flood of impact.
Yeah.
Like I want at least like 50 to 100 people, 500K, 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 just flooded. And just having that client success journey just so streamlined and having the right people that go through that, step-by-step process to get that result and really just honing in on that. Like I truly want to help people. And what I realize is honestly, people can feel that on like calls, like like this guy really is passionate. This guy really want to help people. And like I'm always just thinking about impact and the money always follows. And so
Yeah.
like even though I'm not thinking 100K, 200K, and it doesn't have that emotional, you know, feeling to attract it, it's really like that Tyle did this, Tyle did that, Tyle did this, right? The 1% university, right? Like
Yeah.
so that's that's like the next step.
That's so cool, man.
Yeah.
I love that. And you're exactly right. It's like the money is just a lagging indicator of the leading indicator, which is the impact you're making,
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
that just follows.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
that's super cool, man.
Yeah.
What's been one of the most difficult things in your coaching career? Like looking back over the last kind of 12, 13 months, like what was one of the hardest things, and whether it's like physically or like mentally or emotionally, and how'd you get through that?
One of the hardest things was letting go. And what I mean by that, like, I had a culture shock. Like, my parents are from Nigeria. I was born in Maryland. Went to Nigeria. Beautiful, beautiful, right? It's either like you're really rich or you're really poor.
Yeah.
And my family came from like the really poor, like villages, right? And so traveling to the village, in between that, I just saw a bunch of like just homeless people, like California or something like that. Like just a sea of people, like kids, adults, like elderly people, and it was just like I'm naturally like an empath. Like I can literally feel emotions. And so I was just like, oh my, it's too much for me. And that kind of like scarred me a little bit.
Wow.
And so subconsciously in my brain, I'm like, yo, I said it out loud too. I'm going to save everyone here. Like I'm going to save the world. Right. And so like going through my life, and that happened when I was 17 years old, 2014, I'm 28. Going through my life, I had to realize I can't force, number one, I can't force anyone to do anything, right? Even
Yeah.
though I know this thing can, benefit you in different ways, not just money, right? But just like I had to learn to let go, even when it came to clients. Like I genuinely want to like, if I could drag someone to like get to the end result, I would, right? But I had to learn to let go and not burn out trying to get one client to get to the end result, and I'm missing out on getting 10 clients who's ready for my attention or whatever group coaching. And I just had to learn to let go. I can't save everyone. And like I had to come to that realization, it's not my job to. Like it's not my responsibility to
Yeah.
save everyone. It's literally impossible to save everyone, right? And so that was just a subconscious thing, hurdle I had to get over, and even to impact more people too, right? Because not trying to save this one person, now I can save 10 or
Yeah.
help 10, right? And so that was something that was the biggest hurdle for me.
That's so powerful because yeah, it's so easy to just get so caught up on kind of one thing, and it just takes all your energy and
Mm-hmm.
drains you.
Mm-hmm.
So that's really cool. But man, I just want to say, like, it's just been such an honor to be a part of your journey, just see your explosive growth, and I'm so excited to see the next steps for you and just the next step in the journey. And yeah, man, I just want to say, like, you're a legend, and
Appreciate it.
you should be really proud of yourself. You're
Thank
just
you. Thank you, man.
crushing it.
It's crazy. I was playing when I said like I'm gonna cry on here and like, yo, you changed my life. I'm not gonna cry, but
Yeah.
it's honestly it's like, bro, you literally changed my life. like like I don't have to tell you how hard it is to like actually find something that works, but it's like, wow, like oh shit, like I don't have to keep on going through a lot of bullshit.
Yeah.
Like cool, let me just invest more in here and like get more and like work less and impact more. Like you have everything I need, everything I was looking for, I would say.
Yeah.
So, yo, thank you. Like, thank you for even being open to sharing this information. Like, this is insane. So, I'm like super grateful. Like, you're literally the reason. I know I'm going to impact a lot of people, but you're the stem, right? It came from you, and just
Wow.
you deciding you wanted to make that journey for yourself. So, thanks, man. Yeah,
My
thanks.
pleasure. That's really special, man.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. What would you say to somebody watching this right now who's on the fence?
Uh, I'm trying so hard not to troll because I was gonna say, man, like you guys are smoking crack. No, I'm just kidding. Someone watching this, like I was watching Jeremy for like 13 months. I
That's
was
why I
like,
asked the question.
I was like, yo, is this guy legit? Like, he's posting so many client success wins. Ain't no way. Like, ain't no way. Like, but it was like, it wasn't like a ain't no way situation. It was just like, it was undeniable, like, just clear. Like, oh, like, but it was just like, it wasn't nothing with you because obviously it works, right? You can't fake that many testimonials, crazy testimonials too. But it was more so like myself, like someone watching this. If you're like kind of interested, peeking out, like oh, like 1 foot in, 1 foot out, like thinking about like joining, really just take that like dive within yourself, right? Because the program works. Like, I'm a living test. I was waiting 13 months, right? But the program works. It really does. But, you know, you really just have to work on yourself for you to work the program and for you to get the results. So it's like, that's really the truth. Like, yeah, like, obviously stuff works, right? Like, I can't even express it because it's just so crazy. Like, I've never made this much money in my life. Like, and as I was making it, I was like, it's just so many limiting beliefs, like, destroyed, destroyed. Like, you hear something like, oh, this, 50K, 100K, but when you make it, it's like, oh, this is what you mean. Like, oh, and so it's
Yeah.
really just having that. You really, like, if you're 1 foot in, 1 foot out, kind of interested, what's the worst that can happen? Like, what do you have to lose? Like, let's say you join and, like, it doesn't work out. Like, okay, right? Like, it's not the end of the world, but 9 times out of 10, honestly, 9.9 out of 10, it's probably going to work out. If you have such a community, like, literally the average person, like, in his program is successful. Like, it's insane. Like, coming from day trading, only 10% of people that day trade actually reach success. And I was talking to one of my day trader friends earlier. It's like, yo, like if you look at the success rate from, like, this program as opposed to day trading, like, doesn't even make any sense. And it's, like, so much easier, like, to do this. Day trading is like hard level, like Mario boss or something like that. Like, this is just like so, it's work, don't get me wrong, but it's so rewarding. Like, it's purpose. Like, you've literally, and that's another thing. Like, I actually feel like I'm walking in my purpose. Like, not just getting paid, but, like, walking in my purpose. Like, the money is not even a thing because I make money good in IT, but it's like, wow, like Maslow hierarchy of needs, like fulfillment, like purpose, like that's just actually what I'm obtaining right now from this program. And so I'm trying to, like, not to cry, but it's like, it's like, bro, it's just like, wow, I didn't even know I needed this. So yeah, join. That's what I would say to you. Like, join and reach out to me. Like, I would love to just, like, tell you more, like, and help you out too. And, everyone's help everyone is willing to help you out. So yeah, man, don't hesitate. Join.
Thank you, brother.
Yes, sir.
Book a call down below. Links in the description. But man, it's just been so incredible just meeting you in person.
Yeah, this is crazy.
And, like, here in, like, this place and just with everybody else here, it's just like, it's so surreal.
Yeah.
And yeah, man, I'm really, really excited for where you're going to take things from here. And
Yeah.
just, like, again, just so grateful to be a part of your journey.
Yeah,
And yeah, man, you're going to do incredible things and you're going to impact many, many lives.
I can't wait for, like, day 2. Like, I can't wait for tomorrow and what's in store. And, like, I'm super serious. I'm probably gonna call you to the side, like just, I really just want to grab, like, all the information. Like, okay, like, what's the next steps? Like, you already gave me a good amount of stuff for the bottlenecks.
Yeah.
But it's like, cool. Just have that game plan, because, like I said, I literally want to be your best student. Like, I call myself, like, used to call myself the 1% trader. I always want to be a part of the 1% of anything that I do. And so, like, you're literally going to be the reason. Like, it's so crazy, like, why I'm impacting a lot of people's lives. And it's like, it's like that trickle down effect. Like, you're impacting so many other people's lives here. They're impacting so many other people's lives. And it's just like, wow, like, crazy.
But it takes 2 to tango.
Yeah.
And so I can only give so much, but it's on you to grab it and just make it work, man. So
that's
I appreciate it.
So true.
Yeah.
It's so true.
Yeah. But man, bring it in.
Yeah, man.
Like,
appreciate it, man.
Seriously, it's been incredible.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Thanks for just being a legend, dude. And yeah.
That's you, man.
It's gonna be really fun next couple days.
I'm just a teacher, man. You're the legend, man. I'm just learning, observing. Yeah.
So yeah, next couple days are gonna be a ton of fun. We go to Miami Heat game tomorrow night.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Dude, we're going. Trey's taking us on the court, like in, like, the Champions.
I didn't even. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah, bro. And then we got a big ass yacht.
Yeah. That's gonna be crazy.
So.
That's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, but anyways, let's wrap her up there, man. This has been so cool. Just get a snapshot of your growth so far and just break down the journey a little bit. And yeah, I'm excited for the next one.
Yeah, I already took the ad earlier. I'm about to edit it tonight and like post it tonight. Literally.
There you go. You just gotta take massive action, and that's how you make shit happen. So,
Yeah.
hell yeah, man. I love it.
Opportunity cost, man. Time.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for watching. See you in the next one. And if you want to get my help to scale your business and you're actually serious, links in the description, book call. Let's rock and roll.
Yes, sir.